Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for rezero Season 3, Episode 15, the second to the last episode. Man, it's already almost over. But, anyway, pretty much this whole season has just been, like, them getting to the city, figuring out that the archbishops are here, and then dealing with them, which is pretty crazy how much we've spent on this. But I like it, and I like that it's not just, like, it's something different too. It's not just like resetting or prepping to reset and stuff like that. At least as far as I know. I mean, hell, maybe they end the season with him dying. Who knows? Or this, this season. But yeah, so pretty much we left off with the Teresia backstory, right? I don't think we got a hint of where we're going next, but she was defeated. So then Reinhardt jumped off to go help others. We have what, Gluttony and Lust left, I think. And last we saw, Lust was engaged with Al. He was doing pretty good. He just had to figure out how to stop her from regenning, you know? And then as for... We haven't seen much of both the Gluttonies. So we're going to watch this episode and find out. We're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Right into the opening, okay. I feel like I should clean my glasses. I realized, like, right after I started talking that they are kind of filthy. I was playing that game, Repo, with a group of friends earlier. I don't know if you guys have seen it. There's a lot of clips on TikTok these days and everything. But it's kind of like Lethal Company, if you've heard of that game. That game kind of came out and started a genre, sorta. So it's a little party game with like scary monsters you're running from. You're trying to collect items to be able to extract. And typically, I mean, you can use Discord and cheat if you want, but we mute on Discord and we play with only proximity chat, and we don't use push to talk or anything. So there's monsters that will like track you by noise if you're talking and stuff like that. So you gotta like try to be quiet, but you're laughing. You can't hear people when they're far away. It's pretty awesome. It made for a lot of laughs. I was in like tears earlier, laughing so hard. Just screams in the distance of your friends. Oh, okay, we're back to Gluttony. Nimble. Did he block it this time? Oh, not as good if he did. What was that? Okay. Oh, and now we're at the other one. This is gonna be an interesting fight if we're gonna be jumping between the two. Like how he had to introduce himself, and then the other dude, can't remember what his name is. It starts with an R, I want to say. Oh, we saw that moment, didn't we? Where he fired that blast, but we never saw it happen. I don't think he just dodged it. But I like how the other guy didn't have to introduce himself. Okay, done. Sorry. Oh no! Ricardo, there we go. we? Hmm. Oh, he can do a little bit of healing. That's nice. Oh shit. Damn. Not looking good so far. But pretty much all the fights have been that way. Oh. I was worried the other one was showing up, and that's why he said welcome home. I was like, oh shit. Damn. He can manipulate water too? This guy. Wow. Just yelled him away. What a creepy one. Lai feels so much more creepy than Roy. I believe I have that right? Roy is over with Otto, this is Lai. Do they get memories from people they consume? Like, do they have Rem in there? Or are they just able to read the memories of someone else before they eat them? Or do they force their way into your mind? Oh. They can consume memories, but maybe they can also give memories? Is that what he's doing? Yeah, snap out of it, buddy. Let's go. Yep. Just don't fight out of anger. Careful. Oh no. Not the Appas. What? Alright, we're back here again. She just puts herself back together. God damn it. Hmm. This lady. She's so weird. I almost said girl, and then I was gonna say lady, and then I was just like, I don't know what she's supposed to be. I mean, I guess she's both, but I don't know. I'm just flustered by this character. It's so weird. Oh! No. Her eyes just fell out of her. Gross. Well, we saw the dragon transformation. Fuck me, her eyes just melting out of her head bugged the shit out of me. Just ignore her. Oh! Waiting for her to turn dragon? Well, damn, okay. She still can regen as dragon, though. Jeez, it's a whole building. The speech machine. He was about to take it off and then heard her, is that what it was? We still must wait. Seemed, was that an insulting line? I don't know if that's an insult or not. Oh. Take out Priscilla's competition while he has the chance. Hmm. Oh, well. Oh, okay, yep, mm-hmm. So she couldn't turn herself into something as small as a rat, huh? She had to make it a bunch of rats to be the rest of her body? Ugh. Oh, why the eyes have to come back that way? Ugh. I wonder how we beat her. Hmm. Oh. Well, I still wonder. I feel like there's someone manipulating the pages of that book, and I wonder who it is. Damn. So, killing her isn't a way to cure those two. More of these things. Jeez. Yeah. Is Al missing an arm? Has he always been missing an arm? Did we see him miss an arm and I forget? He has bandages on it, right? Like it's new. Oh, Reinhardt, of course. Uh. Alright, Reinhardt, you said to do some shit. But at least you can come in and help some people now, you know? Okay, back to this. So Lust seems to just be running. We might not kill her this time. Hmm. He gains their strength. Playing it off. Oh, he just took it, didn't he? So now he just became a little stronger, probably, with whatever that guy had for skills. Damn. Yeah, so he doesn't just get the memories on how to fight. Interesting. Uh, Damn, that's so rough. Which means Rem, he might have the memories of Rem in there somewhere. I wonder if they're gonna get used against Subaru if Subaru shows up. Hmm. Oh. He needs to know the name, maybe? Damn. None of them probably know his name. Oh no, he's so forgettable. Oh no. They keep mentioning that Rui. Unless there's a third. Lai, Roy, and Rui, maybe? Maybe this is just the two of the three. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. I was just like, oh, it's showing us two of them. There must only be two. Well. Oh. Come on, guys. Oh, nice try, Otto. Did you do something good, though? He might have planted something, or... I feel like he must have had some kind of plan. A bomb, a bug, something. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah! Okay. Can he survive an explosion? Well, fuck. And he's fine. Just gonna torture him until he gives up his name. Oh, Beatrice! Yeah! Is Subaru here too, or is it just... She's awake too. She was hurt before, right? So he can carry me. Oh. It's Rem, isn't it? Damn. Yeah. Of course. You fuck! Oh, let's melt this guy in acid 50 times over, and then heal him, and then do it again! He has our Rem. I hope we get her back if she dies. Yeah. Subaru's gonna lose his shit. Okay, let's go, Beatrice and other guy. Don't worry, I know his name. I'm just playing the part of the show. I'm not saying his name. Alright. Oh, and that was it, by the way, for episode 15. I have it set to, like, auto-replay when it gets to the end of an episode, so it doesn't jump to the next episode. And friggin' so it just auto-replayed on me. And so I was just watching the opening a second time and thinking that was going to be like the outro, and I was like, that's weird. They played this at the beginning, and then I realized that it just went right up to the ending. I mean, obviously we got the credit, like the like episode title or whatever, so I knew the end was coming soon. But yeah, that's it for 15. I think I already said that, but yeah, okay, good episode. Wasn't anything like too insane. It wasn't like a crazy Teresia backstory uh or big fight between Garth and Kargas or whatever his name was. What was it? Kurgan. But but no, it was good. I mean, we made some we basically saw the continuation of the Lust fight, and then we had her just leave, as far as we know so far. And then we learned a lot about gluttony and how he works. So we have, I guess, assuming Lust is probably gone, just metagaming based off the amount of episodes we have left. With one episode being left, I don't know if we have enough time to beat gluttony and chase down Lust. But yeah, so I guess we'll briefly talk about Lust a little more than what I just did, because I feel like I should give her a little bit more than that. We had that fight continue. We had just more of Al kicking her ass, really. Although I don't know that she's really trying. And then the one time she was like, okay, I'm ready to try now, she turned into the dragon and he blew up the place and it collapsed on her, but she's still fine. So yeah, I have no idea how to beat her. We're gonna have to, I guess we're just gonna have to see and try and like maybe she's just a future thing that we have to deal with, but for now I guess she might not be our problem. Other than that, I mean, with like the conversations and everything, we had that moment where Al, which I kind of want to go back and see, because I will say, I think I was talking and maybe kind of overlooked a little bit of what Anastasia said that triggered Al to point her sword. Point at his. I'm sorry, not her. His sword at Anastasia. I think I secretly got crushed about 3 times, though. Ba 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 ba. Waste of time to hope she die under there, yup. Anastasia blew her face right off with magic. She was just fine. Yep. Oh, okay. Interesting. So you did something that Anastasia Hoshin isn't capable of doing. See, I'm wondering if once again if that's a translation issue, right? There's something about that that doesn't make sense to me, because when I read this line, my first instinct was, oh, is this not actually Anastasia Hoshin? You did something that Anastasia Hoshin isn't capable of doing. But I guess you can interpret that as being like, that's not something she would normally do. But like, does Al just not know that Anastasia can do magic? Or is it somehow not actually Anastasia, and this has all been a ploy and Al knows it, but he just ended up letting it go after Ferris stepped in and everything? I don't know. So, I guess maybe we'll have to see more to find out, or it was a translation issue, or I'm just not supposed to take it that way. Maybe it's just like, Anastasia, you're usually a business person, you have other people fighting for you, you don't typically do the fighting yourself, so why are you doing this? I'm gonna hold my sword to you, and, And then also, technically, she is still a competitor in this race to become king, So if Al were to take care of her here, that's one less person to run against his queen, or king, whatever they're gonna call themselves when they ascend to the whichever one ascends to the throne. But maybe it's just that. But yeah, just that line of like isn't capable of doing just made me think like, oh, I don't know. But anyway, okay. Guess we'll see where it goes from there. I also wonder if that translation talking about like it doesn't matter to me, but it kind of makes me wonder if that translation on Ferris was a little bit more harsh. Basically, the line I'm talking about is when Al said, "Where's that cat femboy?" is what the line said. Now, I have no idea if femboy is like a derogatory term to people that are like that, or is it fine to say? I really don't know. I've seen it used in insults, but I've also seen people call themselves that. So I really don't know. So I was just curious if like was that Al being kind of insulting, like a slight at Ferris, or was that a mistranslation, or is it none of the above and it's just not something that's mean at all, right? But I was just curious if that was like a little slight towards poor old Ferris, So, but anyway, uh with that being said, we had a lot on gluttony, so let's talk about gluttony for a bit. The fight wasn't anything really to write home about. We kind of just saw the characters struggling, which is typical for the start of a fight until they figure out like a good way to beat them. But early in the episode, when we first had, I believe it was Lai talking about unless the two are different, unless one consumes the memories and gains the person like the memories of the person, and then the other one like implants memories, maybe the two gluttonies do different things. But if we assume both gluttonies do the same thing, then does that mean that gluttony had consumed someone in Julius's past and is like reciting that back to him? But it almost seems like he was popping up in Julius's memory as if it wasn't something that was there before and it was coming up as like a blur. To me, it almost felt like those memories were being planted in Julius, but based on the rest of the episode, it seems like they just have the ability to eat and get the memories. So did they consume someone close to Julius and then learn what his past was like in order to do this, right? I don't know. But Julius was able to push through it, luckily. So I'm really curious to learn there. But yeah, and they don't have to fully eat you. It seems like they have to know your name and they get like some of your blood or something like that, and they can do their thing. So the fact that they don't know Otto's name is a very powerful aspect right now. Unfortunately, they know Beatrice. Granted, if they need blood, I don't think Beatrice bleeds, does she? Because she's a spirit. We've seen her cut before, and isn't it just like energy? So I don't know if they can even consume that. So I don't know if knowing her name matters since she's a spirit. So that might be fine, but yeah, since he has Rem within her, within him, that allows him to know Beatrice's name, which is it's just crazy. Like, can you imagine having like however many people gluttony has consumed, like that many memories, like in your head? It must be something where you're able to like look at someone and then access those memories. I can't imagine it's something you have all the time, right? Like, I imagine Gluttony didn't even think of Rem's memories at all, not even a little bit. until Beatrice showed up, and then as soon as he saw Beatrice, it like went through the catalog in his head of people, and he was like, ah, this one knew her, you know, let's pull her out and then utilize the memories. It's kind of interesting to think about how he manages that power, because I can barely keep my own memories intact, you know? I keep forgetting things and all that. I can't imagine having however many people he's eaten. Uh, but yeah, so we kind of learned how that works. The best bet is for him not to know the name. We have to keep Subaru away at all costs, because Subaru would get hurt, angry, everything if he were to confront this one. But we know that Subaru, the fact that Reinhardt is like has gone and done his thing, right, with Teresia, and has come and helped with Otto in the, or not Otto, Al, Ferris, and Anastasia a little bit. We know that it's been a decent chunk of time since Subaru's fight ended. Now, obviously, Reinhardt moves a lot faster, but still, he was able to come in, do that fight with Teresia, have that conversation, leave, come in, do that fight. So I have a feeling Subaru is probably going to be showing up to one of these fights at the end, and the one that makes the most sense is the one that has the REM memories. Now, are they linked in some way? If Subaru shows up at Lai instead of Roy, will Lai have the REM memories too, or is it only Roy? And then also they kept mentioning Rui, so is it actually going to be the case where there is a third, like I talked about, named Rui? I'm not sure. So we'll have to wait and see. But poor Hicks Feltman, random side character, had to sacrifice himself to had to get his shit eaten in order to discover the power. And then I briefly skimmed over Reinhardt coming in, but that was an awesome moment. Not that I thought any of those monsters would put up any kind of a fight, but it's always just fun seeing Reinhardt drop in from the sky. But he was very serious. We didn't see his eyes. It wasn't him smiling, be like, I'll be happy to save you. It was like, yes, I'll help you. Like, very somber tone because of what he just had to go through with Teresia. So I like that that's like a, you know, he didn't just snap right back into the way he was before. He is a little different. So that's a nice continuity with his character and everything. But yeah, I think that's it for me, guys. We have one more episode. I'm looking forward to seeing how we end this season. I feel like we have a lot to wrap up. We have a lot to, you know, do we beat Gluttony? Does that get Rem back to normal? And then how do we kind of give things a little bit of a conclusion until we get more, which could be another year or two, or however long it's been since season 3 or season 2. So probably roughly the same time gap, I would assume. But yeah, thank you guys so much. That is going to be it for me. Check out my Patreon if you want more content. There's early access for some of my other shows, not for this one since I watched this as it airs, but my other shows have early access. I also have Patreon shows on there where I'm watching shows that aren't even released to YouTube yet, so if you want to catch things like Freerun, Solo Leveling, if you're into live action, there's the rest of Last of Us that hasn't been released yet on there, Watchmen, Shogun, and The Expanse, all kinds of good stuff on there, and it's a good way to support me and what I do here. If you choose not to, subscribing is a free way to support as well. I very much appreciate it, guys. Links are in the description, should be popping up on the screen, and I will see you in my future reactions. Also, before I end, there is a poll going on to replace Delicious and Dungeon on my Patreon. I'll try to remember to link it in this video, but if I don't, go through my Patreon, scroll down a little bit, and you'll find the poll. You can vote and help me pick what show replaces Delicious and Dungeon. So, yeah. Now I'm done. Bye, guys!